Hello, brothers and sisters. I am feeling a bit better than I did last Thursday or Friday. Friday and Saturday I was pretty much out of it. I was helping my husband stay steady as he went down a step and he fell and so did I. And I hit the back of my head on the parking lot. So yeah, but I went and got a CAT scan and all I have is a mild concussion, so I should be fine. I just have to kind of take it easy for the next week or so until I get better. But I am grateful that I'm able to teach online because if I'm able to teach online, I can still do what I do. And I love doing what I do. So first off, let me talk to you about your rhetorical analyses. A lot of you have turned them in. Look at this. 23. I am so impressed. What I do with these is I go through and see who turned them in first, and I grade those first. So I make a list of whose I'm going to grade, and that's how I do it. With 23, since I've got to limit my time a little bit, I'm going to try really hard to just I'll do 5 a day. So I should maybe I can if I do 6 a day, I can get them done by Thursday. So that's what I will try to do. So, all right, but you guys are awesome. You really are. You're an awesome class. You're one of the best classes I've had. And I am very, very impressed with you guys. Notice that as a whole, yeah, as a whole, as like the Lord says, speaking to the church as a whole and not to individuals. Yeah, some of you are struggling still, but many of you are doing great. And notice you're down in the second row weeks. So aren't you good? You're doing great. Okay, so let's look at some of the things that you'll be doing this week and see if I can help you out with any of them. The annotated bibliography. You're going to be asked to do an annotated bibliography often uh, in your college career. Anytime that you do a research paper, you usually do an annotated bibliography. Very often you do that, and it's not that hard. It just sounds hard. It's kind of like the explanatory synthesis. It's not hard either. It just has lots of big words in it. But what you're going to be doing is just taking one step at a time, the way that you have done with each of the other assignments that you've done. And what you're going to end up with is a list of references and a summary and evaluation of those references that will. Sorry about that. I was getting a call from the doctor's office saying, "Did you go to the hospital?" Yes, I did. Okay. All right, back to the annotated bibliography. Right, what you get, so you will be doing a citation, which will be great because then you'll get a chance to check it. Make sure you do the APA formatting. Great. And you'll be doing that when you do your references page, whenever you do your explanatory synthesis. So you also will be evaluating it, summarizing it, and seeing how it fits into your paper. So you're just getting ready for your paper is what you're doing with your annotated bibliography. And it gives you 3 weeks to do it, which is great. Okay, so notice that, this week you're going to be choosing a topic. Now, it gives you a list of sources that you should not use. Let's see. Let me find those. Let's see. We'll find those in just a minute. Let's see. I think I can find them this way. I think you got the list in another place, but I just know how to find those. So you cannot do abortion, gun control, physician-assisted suicide, video games and violence, the death penalty, or social media. Now, we'll be talking a little bit about how maybe you could take just one aspect of that or something if you really are interested in it. And I want to add, as I did in the announcements, the LGBTQ questions they have been really overdone, and so has climate control. So I would suggest not doing those, but picking something else instead. And you can think of a lot of places, a lot of things that you could, lot of different topics that you could do. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay, I think it'll probably. So after you do this, when you do this, you're going to be doing, when you do your research and strategy, you're going to choose a topic. Okay. And this does not mean you should avoid controversial topics, but it does mean you need to approach them in a way that allows you to take your own opinion out of the writing. So what you are doing is you're not going to argue for or against anything. You'll be able to do that in other classes. But what you're going to do is just explore and explain the issues. Okay? So you can do a pro-con and talk about the pro-cons of different things. And it gives you some examples here. You could do a problem solution. This one's a really fun one to do. Misconception's a little bit harder. It's okay, but it isn't as easy to do as the problem solution and the pro-con. I think I would do those. Here's your ones. Yeah, here's all the ones that they say don't do it. Abortion, gun control, it added here drug legalization and paying college athletes. So there's quite a few of them in there. And like I say, I would add those two, climate control and the LG. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the letters. Okay. They're broad, and frankly, it's hard to add anything new to people's understanding of them. Yeah, so you've been told of that a lot. But you could, this gives you an example of a way you could write about something. Instead of gun control, a student wrote about the pros and cons of California's laws that suicide warning labels must be put on gun packages. Instead of the death penalty, they wrote about the problem of using eyewitnesses. So you could take something specific and do that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and go to the next one, because let's just work 1 week at a time. And this week you pick your topic. And here is, like we say, always have that. Now you brainstorm. So what you're doing is you're going to choose a topic and think of a list, brainstorm at least 10 topics, ideas for topics you could write about for the explanatory synthesis essay. Now, one thing you might want to do is go up here to the McKay Library, and they have databases there that can help you with the different things. One of them is called Opposing Viewpoints. CQ Researcher is good too. But Opposing Viewpoints, that gives you many, many topics that you can look at that might give you some ideas that you could do. So it has things you could do, browse 487 issues. When you think about that, you can think, I ought to be able to find one in there. But they've got driving tests and drones and drunk driving and espionage and evolution. Facebook, look at all those different ones they've got in there. Public transportation, race relations, racial profiling, several different things. And whenever you go in one, let's go into gambling. It gives you an overview, and then it gives you pros and cons, and it gives you a list of academic journals that are in there. And then it has several different things that you could do with that. See, it has opinions. And then so it's got many, many different things that you could use to do that. So I would suggest you go into there. In fact, I think I'll put that on the announcements for people who don't necessarily watch this. Oh, whoops, I went too far, didn't I? You can see what I was doing before that. But like I say, the main thing that you're going to be doing is picking your things. And then there's also there's a little quiz about Wikipedia to go over when you could use it and when you can't. And you can't just never use it. So watch and see that. Aha. And then this is talking about the scholarly sources in the library databases. And so you'll be able to find that a little bit more. And let's see, at the end of the week, there's several videos that I mentioned in here, and it really is a good idea to go over these because those are excellent videos that you have this week. This one here, like how to read scholarly articles. And it's just 2 minutes in there, but it really makes a difference to tell you how to read a scholarly article. And remember your discussion boards. Okay. And you're going to be turning it in twice, once for your people to help you decide on it and once for me. And there's a really good video here. Picking your topic is research. Really, really good there. So it's got several ones that are awesome that you need to look at this week. Okay, and that is it. So, brothers and sisters, I hope that this video helps those of you who really like watching the video. And I am here to help you. Not very many people have asked me for help this time. I guess some classes I get lots and lots of emails. I look in there. Is anybody asking me a question? Anybody need me? No, nobody is. So anyway, the Lord wants you to succeed in this class. Know that. And so do I. So have a blessed week, brothers and sisters. If you need my help, just ask.